Hello, sysfailure here again, and welcome to my Ultimate Commands series. Now, I was preparing the first command, which is what I'm building over there. But at that point I sort of realised it'd be a good idea to give you a couple of sort of preparatory episodes to give you a couple of things to make your life easier when it comes to actually playing with the commands and following along with this series. Now, as mentioned in the introduction, the world will become available for download. It won't be for download after this episode comes out, or I don't think possibly after the next one. Not sure, maybe. Basically because I'm not moving on to the commands yet for this and possibly the next episode. But after that, it will appear in the download description below the video down there somewhere. So, first off, I wanted to talk about the power of F3, which is actually the F3 screen. Which if you press F3 on your keyboard, you get all this lovely information up, just so it breaks itself over your screen. Now, these are just to explain. The F3 screen on a PC is just F3. On a Mac, I'm on the understanding that it's apparently function plus F3, as the F3 keys seem to work backwards on Macs. If that doesn't work, just press the normal one. Now, I'll explain some of the stuff that's on the F3 screen. So, up in the corner there, you can see in the left, you have 14W28B, which is the most recent snapshot as of producing this video. Most of the other information you shouldn't be too concerned about. In fact, I don't know some of it. The one that says E, that's how many entities you can see. There's a couple over there, one there, see changing. The ones that are more interesting are things like the X, Y, and Z. Now, I will mention that in older versions of Minecraft, what's available on this screen is slightly different, but this has been around, well, I'm going as far back as 147, because that's about the oldest version you will find on the Feed the Beast launcher. Previous to that, I'm not going to count any further back. And also, command blocks, they actually came out, our little friends here, in snapshot 12W32A, which was August 9th, 2012, and the first full release was actually 142 after that. So we're not going that far back. So anyway, you've got the XYZ, which is where you're standing in the world. So X is this way, as it happens to be. Z is this way, and Y is up and down. The coordinates here are actually what blocks you're standing in. You've got X, Y, Z, your exact ones. So I'm standing at X 8.838, well minus, exactly 56 on the Y. You can see it changes. But the ones you tend to use when it comes to commands is the one where it says block. It says it's slightly different old ones, but the layout's quite similar. So I may be at minus 8.838, but I'm standing in minus 9. It's also, you can see what chunk you're in as well. So in this chunk, I'm in block 1, 0, and 15. So if you're just curious where you are and which chunks. Each chunk happens to be a 16 by 16 area, which starts at 0, and it works its way up to 15, which is there. And you went to the next one. Not overly relevant, but just describe what's on the screen. Now, it also helps for laying out areas, which will be used in a lot of commands when we come to things like selectors, which are going to be over there. So as you can see, I am facing west, which is negative X. So if I go that way, the X number becomes smaller. That way is positive, so it gets bigger. That way is positive Z, so my Z gets bigger. And of course, that's negative Z, so it goes the other way. And Y, that's positive, that's negative. If you could think in 3D space in, well, basically 6 directions, that should make sense to you. You also have things like what biome you're in. This happens to be desert everywhere in this flat world. That will be getting tweaked for certain commands I'm showing you. What the light is, difficulty. But the other entertaining parts, and these are only in some of the latest versions, these won't show up in older versions. It shows the coordinates of the block you're looking at. So that block right there is minus 10, 55, minus 32. Despite the fact I am in minus 8, 56, minus 32, which is me here, one block above where that's placed. And the other thing, which is coming along with 1.8 in the top right, beneath my memory usage, is identifying the block you're looking at. So this is a Minecraft stone with a variant of smooth diorite. This one is sandstone, just of type sandstone. That one's another stone, but this one's smooth granite. And that's a command block, which happens to be triggered false. But that's new information coming in 1.8. You won't see that in the older versions, and to be honest, it's not hugely critical. So we talked a fair bit about the F3 screen. I'll show some of the other variations that F3 actually causes. So we'll turn that off, just press F3 and it goes away again. Shift plus F3, or probably with function on the Mac, as I mentioned earlier, gives you this little bit in the right hand corner there, which shows pretty much what's using up the CPU. If you're building maps or redstone, it could be useful to see just where things are keeling over and causing massive amounts of lag. Personally, I don't really use it, but some people do. These couple of ones have limited use. Show hitboxes. So here we have a nice little villager here. And if I go ahead and press F3 and B, I can now see his hitbox. I also happen to be able to see his line of sight. That doesn't exist in the older versions, the line of sight. But we can see where he's looking. Limited use, that. Let's turn that off again. This one a bit more useful if you're having chunk errors. F3 plus A. So just look at the distance whilst I do this. There's a flashed and all the chunks are reloading. Do that again. There we go. Now the final one for the F3 screen, and this is the one I consider to be quite important. I'd recommend leaving this turned on when you're dealing with commands. So here we are, creative inventory. Everybody recognises your stone, your granite, your polished granite, all the various names. Right? F3 plus H is what we want, so F3 and H. Let's turn F3 off again. Now if we look, you will notice I have more information. I have a number, and I also have a name. Now, older than the snapshots for 1.8, and in fact, 1.7 I'm not 100% sure on, don't have the bit where it says Minecraft Stone. These exist because they're now renaming everything with actual names rather than numbers. So what we have there next to the stone, as you can see, is block type ID 1 and variant 0. Granite is block type 1 again, variant 1, polished granite, variant 2, so on. The names are the names for the blocks. So these are all stone. These are all planks. That's gold, ore, wool, and this applies to everything. So diamond boots. These are relevant later on because if you spawn in items or blocks or whatever, you need to give them their name. Or in the older versions, you give them the number. So diamond boots in 1.8 snapshots, you need diamond boots. In the older ones, you would use 313 to give yourself the item. So I recommend leaving that on at all times because it's much easier to see what the hell you're doing. Simple as that. So that is the information on the F3 screen. It's very useful, which will make your life a lot easier for dealing with the commands that I'm going to be running through in this series. As it says, next episode I'm actually going to show you how to access the latest snapshots if you don't know how to do that. Which as it says at this point is 14W28B. This is actually on Tuesday. Tomorrow's going to be another one, so to be honest it'll probably be 29A at that point, or whatever letter number appears by the time they stop it crashing. But that will enable you to use all the various things I'm going to show you, because some of them are not in the older versions and have only come out in the snapshots running up to 1.8. There we go. So I hope you found that useful, and I will see you in the next episode while I explain how to get snapshot versions. So as per usual, thanks for watching and bye bye. And off we get. And there it goes. That's just a visual glitch. A few more of them down there, just from recording. Right, so let's head out now.